All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another Every Day is a New Day show episode. And this is Inspirational Message Monday. We took last week off, and thank you for being patient with me. If you were waiting for a show last week, it was good for me to take a break, and hopefully you have been doing the same for yourself as you move through your days, your weeks, the year, your own transformation. Today's episode is titled Raise Your Standards. And along with that comes, of course, so many other things, a lot of things that we talk about frequently on our Inspirational Message Mondays in these conversations, and on the Every Day is a New Day show. And with the massive, the pandemic, right? The whole shift and transformation, the awakening of 2020, and the shifts that are continuing through 2021. You may be looking at your own life and just all areas and noticing, okay, what is it time for me to let fall away, to transform, to allow to change? What does that require of me? And if you're in that space, you could be in the space of thoroughly resisting it and having a really, 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 really tough time with it. And there's no right or wrong, right? We get to do that we get to do that. And we can also choose to do things a little differently and start to go, wait a second. If I want something to be different, what's required of me to be able to allow that to happen? And how can I make this easier on myself? How can you make this easier on yourself? So I want to take a quick look at the comments. I see Ibrahim was here with us. Happy Monday to you, Ibrahim. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me today. And if you would like to join us live on a future episode, I am live here on video on Facebook on the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page, or you can simply type at Kim O'Neill Coaching and you'll find the page. Also inside the Every Day is a New Day Facebook group, or on YouTube, and it's simply the Kim O'Neill channel. So would love to see you there if that resonates for you. Otherwise, so good to have you, whether you are live or on the replay. It's good to have you here. Okay, so I have 2 books for you today. I'm excited to share. And I think, let's see here. Let me make sure I've got my little setup. Yeah, we're good. So 2 books. Let me go ahead and move the microphone. You should still be able to hear me just fine. Our first book that I was drawn towards, both these books are books that I have pulled from before. And I still have many books that I've never pulled from. And their time is coming. But it's just, I don't know. It's just interesting. I'm just sharing. So the first book that we're going to be pulling from is Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. And the second book, I'll go ahead and share with you now. The second book is Mark Nepo's The Book of Awakening. So 2 great passages. And we will begin. So I had the intuition to look towards the front of the book, and I thought that I was going to go to the table of contents, but instead I landed upon Tony Robbins' steps for how to create lasting change. And I'm going to be sharing with you step 1, which is raise your standards. It's just a couple of paragraphs right there at the top. And so here we go. Raise your standards. Anytime you sincerely want to make a change, the first thing you must do is to raise your standards. When people ask me what really changed my life 8 years ago, I tell them that absolutely the most important thing was changing what I demanded of myself. I wrote down all the things I would no longer accept in my life, all the things I would no longer tolerate, and all the things that I aspired to becoming. Think of the far-reaching consequences set in motion by men and women who raised their standards and acted in accordance with them, deciding they would tolerate no less. History chronicles the inspiring examples of people like Leonardo da Vinci, Abraham Lincoln, Helen Keller, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Albert Einstein, Cesar Chavez, Swashiro Honda, and many others who took the magnificently powerful step of raising their standards. The same power that was available to them is available to you, if you have the courage to claim it. If you have the courage to claim it. Changing an organization, a company, a country, or a world begins with the simple step of changing yourself. And I'll go ahead and share with you what the additional steps are in his How to Create Lasting Change, just real briefly. So step 1 was raise your standards. Step 2 is change your limiting beliefs. And step 3 is change your strategy. And step 2 and 3, definitely step 3 has a lot more to say. So just sit with that right now. Raise your standards. What does that bring up for you? And, really starting with your standards for yourself, right? We can think of, standards for other people. What are we willing to tolerate with other people? Maybe with a work situation, whatever it may be, right? External situations and factors. And yet it's always going to start with ourselves, right? So maybe we are not willing to tolerate certain people that take advantage of us. Wait a second, how are we lowering our own standards by what are the conditions that we are allowing to be in place for that to even occur? Because when we have those standards that serve us, you're going to have fewer and fewer instances where someone tries to take advantage of you or whatever it may be in the standard that you are looking to change, to raise. So that was our first excerpt. The second excerpt that we are going to be sharing from, hello, Helene. Good to see you here with us live. Good to see you, Helene. So I just read a passage from Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, and now we're going to read today's passage in the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. And so today, this is being recorded on June 28th, 2021. And the reason why I'm sharing today's passage is because it's so fitting with Raise Your Standards. It is titled, All That We Are Not. And there's a quote here by Father Thomas Keating. Discernment is a process of letting go of what we are not. So I just want to share that again. Today's passage is titled, All That We Are Not. And what a wonderful quote here. Discernment is a process of letting go of what we are not. Right? So if you're in the process of raising your standards, then what is that going to require you to let go of what you are not, right? If you have been a people pleaser, does that really align with who you authentically are? Is that who you want to carry forward? And maybe it's time to say, wait a second, that's not really truly me, or at least it doesn't allow you to truly step into who you authentically are. And so releasing that aspect of maybe who you once were, and now getting to be, wait a second, who do I choose to be? Who am I really? Who am I truly? Okay, I see some awesome comments, but we're going to get moving with the passage, and I'll take a look at those in just a moment here. So I can easily over-identify with my emotions and roles by becoming what I feel. I am angry. I am divorced. I am depressed. I am a failure. I am nothing but my confusion and my sadness, ... No matter how we feel in any one moment, we are not just our feelings, our roles, our traumas, our prescription of values, or our obligations or ambitions. It is so easy to define ourselves by the moment of struggle we are wrestling with. It is a very human way to be consumed by what moves through us. In contrast, I often think of how Michelangelo sculpted, how he saw the sculpture waiting, already complete in the uncut stone. He would often say that his job was to carve away the excess, freeing the thing of beauty just waiting to be released. It helps me to think of spiritual discernment in this way. Facing ourselves, uncovering the meaning in our hard experiences, the entire work of consciousness speaks to a process by which we sculpt away the excess, all that we are not, finding and releasing the gesture of soul that is already waiting, complete within us. Self-actualization is this process applied to our life on earth. The many ways we suffer, both inwardly and outwardly, are the chisels of God, freeing the thing of beauty that we have carried within since birth. I love that. Okay, and there's a few additional steps here that Mark Nepo shares for releasing all that you are not. So, number 1, sit quietly, and as you breathe, feel all that troubles you rise through your body. Just simply sit there quietly and observe it, allowing yourself to feel it. Step 2, as you breathe, allow these troubles to move away from you. And step 3, breathe deeply and accept the stillness that comes. It is the skin of your soul, waiting in its completeness for you to carve away the excess of your very human moods. Okay, so I want to share a tool, an exercise, something that I have been using for myself and you may find useful, and is very much what I hear Mark Nepo saying right there. So if you are, yes, in the process of maybe overly defining with the human experience that you are having, whatever struggles, challenges, the past, grief, whatever it may be, definitely tune in, just like Mark Nepo was saying. Allow yourself to sit there, be still, be present with your breath, and allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, knowing that you are safe in this moment as you simply are feeling. The thing is, you are not those feelings, but you do need to feel them, to release them, to allow them to move beyond you so you can be free of them and be more present with that stillness. So we're simply saying first, start and be present. Allow yourself to feel whatever you feel. And you may even want to deliberately tune into, where do you feel it in your body? You may feel it in your chest. You may feel it anywhere, really, but some common places are, you may feel it in your chest. You may feel it in your abdomen, your solar plexus, or the pit of your stomach. That can be a place. You may feel it in your throat. Okay, so just a few different places, but again, you can feel it literally anywhere at all. I sometimes, when I've done this, I have felt things like on the side of my mouth, right? Or just, somewhere, or like, maybe like the side of my eye. So anything goes, okay? Once you feel it, you are powerful. Take the energy of that feeling. So just see that feeling, right? So you may see it as a ball of energy. You may see it as a color. Maybe you get a visual representation of it in some other form, whatever it may be. But take the energy of that feeling and place it to the side of you. See yourself shifting that, taking that energy and placing it outside of you. And so what I do, and this has become something that's very quick now that I do, is when I feel something that it's like, oh, whoa, this does not feel good, and this is draining my energy, this is weighing me down, whatever it may be, I feel that feeling, I shift it over to the side of me, and then I allow that thing, because some of these things feel so big, right? It feels so big. How do I fix that? How do I change that? Right? And how about this? How about letting go of, you don't need to know how, and it's not necessarily your job. But if you can start to shift the energy so that it's not inside you, you allowed yourself to feel it, and now what do you want to choose to do with it? I shift it to the side, and I allow it to drain over here. And I immediately feel that shift, so that I am no longer feeling weighed down by it. I am no longer feeling drained by it. And it's over here, and I'm able to observe it, and I see the energy draining out from it. And what's been really, I hope this is making sense, what's been really, really awesome, as this has happened with a few circumstances that have shown up more than once, is that over time, I notice as they're draining over on the side of me, the energy that I saw the first time around is different, maybe say the third or fourth time around. So you'll notice it getting weaker and weaker. That's the point. As it's transforming and shifting and draining, you let that play out over here. You get to be your whole beautiful self. You're always whole. And yet we can sometimes feel not whole. And so when we have these things playing in the back of our mind, playing in our energy fields and our emotions, that's when we start to have that feeling of something's wrong. How do, get caught up in the headspace? How do I fix it? And not quite feel so whole. So if you can allow yourself to just simply get quiet, tune in, be present with your breath, take that feeling, whatever it may be, the emotions, the thoughts, maybe it's a big ball of frustration and mishmash of thoughts, right? It can be whatever it is for you. Anything goes. There's no right or wrong here. Take that, whatever that is, take that and just shift it outside of you. Allow yourself to take it outside of you. And then notice that shift. Oh, goodness. Do you feel lighter then? And do you also notice, oh my gosh, the fact that you were able to do that, even if you're able to just take a small portion of it, right? Maybe you're like, what? I don't really know how to do that. Maybe it feels like it has more control over you than you would like for it to. Start small. Then start with, you know what? The next time this happens, I'm going to take all of you and put you over here, right? If that's where you are, that's where you are. Or if you can take a small piece of it, you know what? I can take what's on the top here. With some of this stuff, oh gosh, yeah, I'm so ready to, that's easy to shift over here. Then do that. If you can take all of it, take all of it. Okay, so if you practice with that, let me know what your experience was. And yeah, that went a little long there, but I had to share that with you because it was so fitting with today's passage. So hello to Keith, who has also joined us. Good to see you, Keith. Awesome to have you here. And love you too, Helene. Helene saying love you. And good job. She started working on her book. So proud of you. And Keith's also shouting her out, celebrating her. Good, good, good. Love it. You guys are awesome. Okay, so and thank you, Helene. Helene is saying, thank you, Kim O'Neill. I needed to hear this, for I'm going through something. I need to work it out in me. So awesome, Helene. So thank you for sharing that. And we're going to be moving to the cards in just a moment here, but I want to say that a beautiful reframe is, and I'm touching on this because you've already basically identified this, is that you have an opportunity to practice this. And that's what will help it become even easier to be able to feel and release emotions, but also then just completely shift how you respond to that situation and or similar situations in the future. And what's cool is when we find that we can master a certain skill or a new perspective, a new outlook, a new way of being, right? Raising our standards. That's what we're talking about today. When we find that we get good at it in one area, it's awesome because then we can start to apply it in other areas too. So with that said, let's move on to the cards. Oh my goodness. I did a lot of talking this morning so far, didn't I? Okay, we're going to start with how to love yourself, because as you raise your standards, to me, that is loving yourself even more. That's what that is. Raising your standards because you're worth it. Raising your standards because, oh my goodness, you deserve it. Okay, so, hello, right here on top. I am worthy of my own love. Yes, you are. Okay, let's see what cards want to come through. So, oh, that was funny. A whole stack fell out and then got caught in a cord. Okay, here we go. I release all feelings of negativity and guilt. I allow myself to accept prosperity. As I learn to love myself, I become powerful. My reframe of this is you are already powerful. As you learn to love yourself, you begin to see just how powerful you have always been, have always had the capacity to be, and then some. So raising your standards is a very powerful time for you to be able to see how powerful you are. Okay. I have moved my setup around. So let's see, I got to put these cards in different places now. Okay. So there are our self-love cards. Let me know if these resonate with you as we move through. And let's move on. Let's do an Abraham Hicks well-being card. How about that? Abraham Hicks well-being card. And again, as always, these conversations are always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's a fantastic time for you to be tuning into, what do I choose to tune into? What do I choose to absorb? What do I choose to? These are ways for you to practice your power, being in your power, right? So if I say something that really resonates with you, whoa, awesome sauce. That's a message for you. And if I say something that doesn't resonate with you, that's your opportunity to practice being in your power and going, oh, okay, that's not quite for me. And you can let that one go, right? Kind of the same thing as what I was sharing before about tuning into what's in you and taking it outside of you. So you can hear hear me say something, and this gets applied to everywhere in the world, right? When you watch the news, when you listen to your friends talk, when you listen to strangers talk in the store, or whatever it may be, you hear a message, you get to first observe it, and then you get to choose if it's going to linger around in your headspace, in your energy space, or not. So, okay, I know I've said that before, and I'd just like to acknowledge it again. So I think I've already knocked on these, but we'll do it again. And let's shuffle. Let's see what message wants to come through. You in your power, awakening that giant within, raising your standards for lifelong, beautiful, powerful transformation because you are worth it. Okay, look at that right there. Okay. I can always reach for a thought that feels better. I can always reach for a thought that feels better. And I love that hand coming out of the sky, reaching towards the sun. We love the sun. We love the sun. We love trees. We love that growth. We love, expansion. Okay, the back says, your decision to reach for a thought that feels good is a powerful decision, for it serves you in many ways. The better feeling thought reverberates within you, opening passageways to well-being that reach far beyond this one good feeling thought. Again, there's the front. And there's the back. I just love it. I love, love, love. I love synchronicity. Okay. Good, Helene. I'm glad these cards are resonating for you. Okay, there were two cards that turned sideways on me, and that's what these were. That was the first one. The second one is the secret of creating anything desired. Get happy. As you practice happy thoughts, you practice your connection with source and well-being. From your place of being happy, you have access to all that you desire. So I love this because, of course, this is true. And if it's too far of a stretch for you, you simply focus on where you are now. But what I love about that is when you're shifting that, raising that standards, maybe in that space of observing, okay, this thought just came this way, and nope, that doesn't resonate with me. So I'm going to choose to release it. And then what are you going to replace it with? Right? How about, I'm just going to start simple because I don't know what thoughts are showing up for you that you may be practicing releasing or simply being in the state of observing. How about simply going, okay, I see that thought. That's not for me. It doesn't resonate with me, or I don't choose to own that thought. So I choose to release it. And the new thought is, good job. Good job. I am powerful and I choose my thoughts. How about simply celebrating yourself for the success of being able to release what is not yours as you raise your standards. So, oh goodness. Okay, so good to see so many people here today. Let's see here. Keith is saying, had to jump off quick, experiencing RV drama. Okay, you know what? I'm awesome to have you here, Keith. Thanks for being with us today and sending you good, positive alignment vibes with the RV for sure. Good to see you, Lillian. Good to see you. Thanks for being here with us. Okay, let's move on. We've been doing a lot of talking today. And yeah, we still got many more cards. We are not in a time crunch, yo. We've got some time today. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a mirrors card. Ask some more questions. Let's ask more questions that will support you in raising your standards. And raising your standards. That's what we're talking about today. Ooh, there's one already creeping out. What is this one? Oh, well. Okay, fantasy. Is it time to visualize? And there's a castle with a pathway to the castle. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out. How are you doing today? What is going on in your world? Let me know. Okay, we have another one that's how they're coming out today. We have wonder. Are you ready to be amazed? Okay, so the theme we have right here is getting creative, fantasy and wonder, right? When you know what you're not willing to hang on to, what you're not willing to allow to linger in your headspace, ooh, that frees up space. What do you want to do with that space? You are creative. I had a coaching client recently, and we were talking about, there was something similar here that's resonating. So we were talking about what she's in the process of manifesting and how she's aligning with that. And we're just kind of in that space working on that. And so she claimed she identified her desire, and then she made a statement that was something along the lines of, well, we'll just see what the universe wants to bring me. And in the context of that conversation, that was the opportunity to say, well, the universe is waiting for you. The universe is waiting for you to saying, well, wait a second, what do you want us to bring you? So there was an element of lack of clarity, of lack of being specific in claiming what it is that she wanted, what it is that she desired. And here's the thing, she knew what it was. She just had a hard time sharing it, voicing it, and saying it. If you can relate to that, let me know. I know I can. And so the key is, wait a second. This is a co-creative process. You really are in the driver's seat. So you don't have control over everything, but the universe is waiting for you. So we sometimes can start to fall into that space of going, wait a second, I'm waiting for the universe. And the universe is saying, no, I'm waiting for you, right? So keep that in mind. What is it that you desire? Knowing that the universe can bring you that or something even better. Okay, I'm going to go one more time. Let's see if there's another card that wants to come out of this deck. Oh, okay, no, that was a whole, not yet. Let's see. We are raising our standards. What additional message wants to come through? Okay. Oh, okay. So half the stack flipped over, and on top here is magnetism. Are you opposing or joining the forces around you? Yeah. So recognizing your power allows you to be more in connection and join the universe and being able to bring that to you. So that's beautiful. Look at that. Fantasy. We had fantasy, wonder, and magnetism. A lot of circle imagery there. Are we going in circles? Are we spiraling up? Where's the, okay, here we go. Yeah, just gonna leave those there. Okay, we're going to move on to another deck. Let's see. Let's move on to... I have so many decks at this point. What do we want to do here? Let's take a look at the comments. Helene saying, let us have a tea party time. You know what? My favorite phrase, one of my favorite phrases is you do you. Absolutely. If a tea party right now feels right, you have a tea party. Have a tea party. Put some balloons in your space. Okay, let's pull from Kimmy's Rolodex deck and thank you, Keith. Good to see you. Okay, we're going to pull from Kimmy's Rolodex deck, see what additional messages want to come through. We had some really cool messages come through in last Thursday's interview with Mike Montague. Very fitting with the show. I love when the cards are so aligned with the conversation. Okay, let's see what additional message wants to come through as we are raising our standards. We have why. Okay, I'll say more about this in a moment. Right behind why we have take a stand for you. No joke, y'all. That was literally right behind. Take a stand for you. Let me see what was behind it. What? Okay, I like my cards. Okay, we have, are you in alignment with your truth? This really requires you to know who you are first, to be able to tune into your truth. But when you raise your standards, you take a stand for you. And going back to the why? So many ways to look at this. Why? Hello? Why take a stand for you? Why raise your standards? Because you're worth it. Because this is your life. Because we don't get to go backwards in time. We go forwards in time. But let's go beyond. So when you think of, yes, it's in the same vein. So when you think of why am I raising my standards? Okay, yes, because you're worth it. And let's go beyond that. Why? Oh, because I desire to feel better more frequently. Because I desire to have relationships in your life that are more maybe balanced. There's more harmony, more give and take. I'm just throwing some different possibilities out there for you. But the point is, look at the benefits that you're going to receive when you raise your standards, when you take a stand for you. Why? Really get clear on that why. As I was recently making some new changes in my life, I got out a sheet of paper and I did a whole page of my why. I taped it up to the wall and I periodically go back and I review that. And so great reminder to go, oh, that's right. That's why, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing that. Right? Let it be easy for yourself. Put it somewhere where you're going to be able to see it easily. Maybe put it in your calendar as a daily reminder. What is your why? You may have a whole page. Maybe you would just have 3 things. But I would encourage you to come up with more than just you're worth it. Because you want to have some more tangible things of those outcomes that you're going to receive as a result of you doing whatever it is that you're doing to raise your standards. So, okay. So I am practicing putting the cards back. Well, at least during this show I am. So that I have space for us to pull more cards as we move forward. So let's, before we move on, what's coming up for you just with that? Taking a stand for you and getting clear on your why. Is there anything coming up for you? You just need a moment to sit with that. Just take a deep breath into that. The other thing you can do, I shared an exercise earlier for those who came in late. The other thing you can do, though, to start to shift energy, let's say you aren't able to quite take it outside of your body, heavy energy, whatever you may be dealing with. If you can identify where the heavy energy is in you, the emotions that don't feel good, whatever it is you want to release, if you can simply go to that place in your body, and then as you take deep breaths in, see your breath going down to or up, wherever it is in your body, going to that place in your body. And breath is powerful. Wind is powerful. See your breath going to those places in your body and dissipating that energy, starting to dismantle, break up that energy, okay? So if you aren't able to take it outside of you, that's what we talked about earlier, then while it's in you, how can you allow your breath, your life force energy to be able to shift and dissipate and break that up? Yeah, I love, there's power in that. Let's see here. Helene, good job. She's doing some positive self-talk, saying, yes, I'm going to achieve all she is seeking in her. Good, good, good. And Keith is talking about feeling into revealing the next step to deal with the RV challenge, knowing perfect and divine intuition to tell me what to do next. Awesome, Keith. Thanks so much for sharing that. Absolutely. And that's a fantastic way to apply everything we're talking about to real life practical situations, right? I love that, Keith. Love it, love it. Yeah. Our everyday, challenges, situations, opportunities, right? Opportunities. It's like, okay, what's this about? What's this trying to show me? What's this teaching me? What's going on here? How, what's the gift of this? Everything's a gift, right? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, we landed on self-confidence here. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's see here. So, okay, we're going to pull a chakra card, clearly. So let's pull a chakra card. Okay, let's see what chakra card, what message, what affirmation wants to come through. Again, pretty much all of these are affirmations. Apply them to your life. What message wants to come through? Because we are raising our standards. What do we have here? I love this. We have fourth chakra, heart chakra, radiate warmth and sincerity. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to go with the fourth message on here. I think, yep, there's 4. Okay. The last one says, I nurture and respect my relationships. Okay. And so these cards are fantastic. And I sometimes like to switch them up a little. So, I nurture and respect my relationships. And so again, going back to that Tony Robbins passage we read about raising your standards, start by nurturing your relationship with yourself. Respect yourself. And so if there's anything that seems hard about that, then great question to ask yourself is, well, what if you were your best friend? Right? So literally another person, okay? Okay, multiple thoughts happen sometimes at the same time. Okay, so what if you were your best friend who was having a hard time to raise her standards, having a hard time to release and let certain things go, having a hard time to practice, breathing in and shifting energies and to be in a new way that is more authentic and truthful to who she was? What would you tell her or him, her or him? And then take that same advice, those same loving, warm, sincere thoughts, and apply those to yourself and implement it, practice it. So let's see here. Is there just another sweet thought on here. The second one says, a smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug. Let me start over. A smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug goes a long way towards uplifting others. Absolutely. And you might know what I'm going to say next. Turn that smile inwards. Give yourself a hug first. Okay. Yes. And then yes, absolutely. Go and you are a blessing to the world around you. So yes, absolutely. So who can you Who can you lend your smile to? Who can you say a kind, thoughtful word to? Because as you are practicing making those shifts for yourself, something that always does make it easier for yourself, and we're not doing this anyway, what always supports you in just the work you're doing for yourself is also, you know what, doing things for other people out of the kindness of your heart, because that also shifts you and helping you to feel just naturally better. And then that helps you be able to make things, those shifts. Anyway, my words are kind of fumbling. I think you know what I'm saying though. You don't do it to get, you do it because it's beautiful and because that's how we're all connected, and what a gift we are to the world, what you are to the world, you are to other people. And as a result of that, it's a blessing and gift for yourself too. I hope that's making sense. I don't know that I articulated that very well. Okay, so Helene's giving hearts for the world and saying thank you for being here today. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let me know if that resonated with you. I believe that it did. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead before I know I'm pulling lots of cards today, right? I'm pulling lots of cards, really taking our time today. We are still going to be pulling angel cards, absolutely. And I'm now going to pull from our tea leaf massive deck. Tea leaf massive deck. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, round deck. So this is only half the deck, so I'll pull from the second half in a moment. Let's see what additional messages want to come through. Ooh, okay. What's this one? We have pin, and it says new job, career. Interesting. So there's a pin on a cushion. New job, career. Well, I like that. As an interview coach, one of my coaching specialties. How about that? New job, career. Absolutely, yo. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. Keith is saying yes. I hope that means it's resonating. I think that's a yes for that. Thank you, Keith. And hello to Joanne, who has joined us. Good to see you, Joanne. We are definitely going long and just being in the flow of it and sharing messages, all about raising your standards. Oh, okay. What do we have here? We have barrel. It says, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And that's a way to start to raise your standards. Set some new goals. If goals are lacking, then hello, who creates those goals, right? So create some new goals, write out some new goals. Start to take action on them, baby steps. Okay, let's pull from the second stack of the tea leaf deck. Yeah, what I like about this deck is it gives more of those tangible things that may speak to something that you're experiencing in your life. Again, taking what resonates, leaving what doesn't. Okay, let's see. What message wants to come through from... okay, I don't know. That was interesting. Ooh, okay. Okay, interesting. We have dagger. It says fear, worries, tense situations. And there's a lot of dark clouds there. Yeah, that one does not feel good. So this to me would represent that those heavy emotions we were talking about earlier, what doesn't feel good, that you may be in the process of raising your standards, no longer willing to allow things that might feel like that to have space in your energy. No, we are going to set some new goals, and we're going to bring in more love. You're going to release any feelings of negativity. And you're going to be reaching for some new thoughts that feel better. Yep. because you're powerful and you get to choose that. You get to raise your standard. We're going to go one more time. Let's see if there's any additional message. Okay. What do we have? Right here on top, we have Bo. And it says, you are highly thought of. You are highly thought of. Okay, I'm going to share this. We have bowl, plenty of material things, and there's a big bowl of fruit there. So what I'm getting from the two of these is your higher self, the universe, God, angels, they think very highly of you. There is an abundance of awesomeness waiting for you. And as you raise your standards and align with also thinking very highly of yourself, we're talking about in a healthy way, okay, obviously, you get to feel more of this. Feel more of this awesome energy, this abundance, this blossoming of fruit and goodness. And instead of having whatever was taking up space before in you, now getting to be nurtured from the inside out with your own amazing, beautiful thoughts. Because you have raised your standards as you identify what your values are. I wanted to say that earlier and it just resurfaced. So another way to raise your standards is get clear on what do you value? And how is that, how is that taking up space in your life or not, right? Maybe you identify, oh my goodness, I value these 5 or 10 things and they're not even really in your life. Okay, well, hello, that's a beautiful place to start. How can we start to shift that so you can be more aligned with your values? Awesome. And let's move on to a self-care card with that. And then we're going to do some angel messages. And if you haven't already, feel free to say hello. Let me know that you're here. Good to see you guys. I do see there are a handful of you here. And it's good to have you here today. I'm just allowing this to go as long as feels right because I'm not on a time crunch for today. Let me double check something really quick. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay, so with that, let's pull self-care card, see what wants to come through. Remember to breathe. Okay, what was this? Yes, we have risk. Take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. You have the power within to move mountains. Take that in. Take a snapshot of this. If you're with me on video, if you're with me on the audio version, pause this recording and write that down. You have the power within to move mountains. So anything that feels insurmountable, anything that feels too big, too heavy, maybe it's lasted longer than, oh my goodness, you care to tell anybody. You were powerful. Everything can shift. Everything. What if you choose to believe that it's possible? I'm using that as an example of risking. What if you chose to step out on a limb and say, okay, I think it is possible. And then take it a step further. I don't have the thought that goes with that, but take it a step further. Okay, let's see what additional, right underneath we have revelation. Revelation as you step into your power and go, oh my goodness, I've got to shift my standards. Listen to your life. The right path will reveal itself. Listen to your life. I'll just point out right under that we had passion, and right under that we have action. That is the raising of your standards. There's something there that what is it? What is it? I'm not sure what it is. Not sure what it is. I'll allow it to surface when it's ready to surface. Okay, let's see here. What's coming next? Let's do. It's time for a Keith Lee. Yes. So beautifully timed. Okay, you know what? So Keith Leon is with us, and I literally was just now pulling his deck. His Walking with Your Angels Daily Inspiration deck. So beautiful. Love these cards. And at the same time I was pulling Keith's deck, Keith posted, por favor, pull one angel card for me. Next step regarding RV. Haven't received clarity yet. Call for service. Wait for Stephen. Clarity about next steps. Okay, Keith. So just need to say this. So I've said this before. So on these shows, we don't, on Inspirational Message Monday, we're not so much focused on pulling cards for individual people. And occasionally I will make a rare, exception. And I think it's very fitting that I was already pulling Keith's cards at that precise moment. So yes, Keith, with that, we are pulling a card. We are pulling a card for Keith. Absolutely. Okay, and let's see what the angels have to say for Keith. Archangel Metatron. And this one says, I am Archangel Metatron, the initiator of change. I am here to remind you that you are not a body. You are a bright light made of pure energy. Your thoughts and words manifest your world and what's in it. Pay close attention to your thoughts and words today. Well, this definitely resonates with our entire conversation here. That's for sure. Okay. Keith, I hope that brings you something. We are going to continue to pull some cards and Keith, let me go ahead and, so for everyone, this is still for everyone, even though I'm choosing to do this. So beautiful opportunity for you to be in your power and choose what resonates for you, what doesn't. And what was I just going to say? I was going to say a different thought there. And even when cards get pulled for one person, that doesn't mean it's only for that one person. So, okay, so I'm actually going to pull from the Angel Answers. Okay, I don't know what I just did with the top of the box. It's Dorian Virtue's Angel Answers deck that has answers like yes, no, now, later, that kind of thing. So let's just, Keith and everyone, if you'd like to just get quiet, ask a question that could be answered by a yes or a no, some sort of timing question. Get still within yourself, and I'm going to go ahead and pull and, see what cards come through. We're going to see what cards come through. That's what we're going to do. Okay. We have ask for help from others. Ask for help from others. So Keith, I know you asked about calling for service or waiting for Stephen. I hope that provides some insight there. And okay, and Keith is saying, yep. Okay. So, okay, good. I'm going to pull one more. I know I use the word pull and really I allow it to come through. Mostly, usually. Okay, let's see what additional message wants to come through here. Okay, well, I got 3. So let's see here. We've got yes. We have be assertive. And we have don't stop. Okay, so Helene is saying that card just answered her prayer. Let me know if that resonates for anybody else here. Again, whether you're live or on the replay. I don't typically pull from that deck, but felt right for this moment. I have no clue. Oh, here it is. This is the deck we just pulled from. Angel Answers. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull another angel card from Keith Leon's deck. Again, a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Oh, goodness. Keith, I got to memorize your website better. I think it's Beyond. No. Or Baby Pie. It's Baby Pie, I think. Yeah, go to Baby Pie Publishing. Okay, I will put a link to that down in the comments later. Yes, so if you'd like to get this deck, I'll put a link to that. Okay, let's get an additional angel card. For everyone who's with us today, let's see what additional message wants to come through. So, oh, that's funny. Okay. So one landed on my knee, and then there was one that was coming out in my hand. So we've got two more. So the one on my knee, I'll do that actually second. So the one in my hand was, let me put this here. So the one in my hand is Archangel Anael. Beautiful, beautiful artwork here by Melissa Rose. It says, do you have a strained relationship or friendship that needs to be healed? Think of a person with whom you'd like to experience healing and a pure, honest connection. What part have you played in this relationship becoming strained? Forgive yourself, dear one, for your part in the creation of disconnection, and see how this forgiveness alone will change the energy of you and the person. And that's bringing to mind Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. So fun to say. A great way to step into that space of forgiveness. Okay, the one that fell on my knee is Archangel Azrael. And this one says, soul growth comes in many forms. Call my name for assistance in working through life lessons, through healing the pain of self-judgment, anger, guilt, and regret. I will help you find the light when things seem dark. I will stand by your side while you develop your spiritual practice and give you visions of all the good available to you. Yeah, I don't even want to hold up that. We had the one dark card that came up earlier. Reach for the light. Absolutely. Soul growth comes in many forms. I will help you find the light when things seem dark. And of course, thank you, Keith. Keith put the link up on the screen. Thank you, Keith. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Keith. Okay. Yes, if you'd like to purchase this deck, gorgeous deck, go to beyondbeliefbooks.com. I knew it started with the word beyond. Beyondbeliefbooks.com. Absolutely. There we go. And yep, and the cards are there. Okay. Looks like the cards are resonating with some of our viewers here, Keith and Helene. You guys are awesome. Okay, let's move on. We're going to pull from another angel deck. And I'm just laughing because I'm looking at the time. Anything goes. Let's see. Let's pull from... Yeah, I'm going to pull from two additional angel decks. What are some reasons that you have for raising your standards? What are some of your whys? Okay, I'm pulling from Messages from Your Angels, another Doreen Virtue deck. And let's see what wants to come through. Oh, okay, hello. We have Xana. Ooh. Okay, so we have Xana. It says, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And if you're in a space where this really resonates with you, you can imagine yourself being surrounded by white light, affirming to yourself that you are protected. I am protected. I am safe. I am surrounded by light. You can choose to, I choose to align with my own light. I choose to only connect with things of high vibrational nature, of light, of love, allowing all else to fall away. Allowing the light, just like we did with your breath earlier, allowing the light to transform and dissipate. Light is powerful, right? You can be in a pitch black room, turn on the light, and all of a sudden, the dark's gone, right? Same thing with you, turning on your inner light, aligning yourself with your own light, retuning that dial, right? Maybe you at one point didn't realize that where you were allowing certain things that didn't feel like light or love to connect with you in whatever way, and recalibrate, realign. Love you, Keith. Keith is saying, get into action now. Got to get into action now. Absolutely. Keith, so good to have you here with us. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And so last but not least on this one, I do want to say, because this is showing up. Yeah. If you're resonating with anything that felt very, very dark and heavy and not of light, and you don't know who you can talk to, I want to affirm you can talk to me. So I'm a confidence coach, interview coach, and I've even been referred to as a spiritual coach. I help people really release and shift deep stuff so that you realign and recalibrate with your highest vibration, being in tune with your highest self, and remembering how amazingly powerful you are. So if you would like to talk to someone, then I do want to, yes, affirm. Where is the link here? We've got that one. Let's do that one instead. Go to KimO'NeillCoaching.com and book a free coffee chat consultation call. And it'd be great to talk to you. Absolutely. So KimO'NeillCoaching.com, and O'Neill is Oneill. Oneill. Okay, we are going to start to wrap up. I'm going to pull from 2 more decks, and then we are closing out. We're going to pull from Daily Guidance from Your Angels, another Doreen Virtue deck. Okay, let me see if I can, let's see here. Let's change the ticker. Put the ticker on the bottom as the Let Your Light Shine movement ticker, because we haven't even spoken about that yet. But if you have not yet joined the Let Your Light Shine movement, well, there is a link on the Kim O'Neill Coaching website. There's also a link, a bit.ly link at the very bottom of the screen here, bit.ly/Let Your Light Shine movement. It is free and easy to join, and it is simply a way for you to acknowledge and claim your own power. Identify that, yes, you believe in yourself and you do shine. Entrepreneur popped out. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your coworkers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. And earlier we had new job, career. That's what it says at the bottom there. Let's see if there's an additional card that wants to come out of this deck. But
Okay, what's this one here? What was this? Innocence. Beautiful, beautiful card. Love it, love it. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So we spoke earlier about giving any heavy feelings, anything at all that you no longer wish to provide space for. And give it to God. Give it to the angels. Allow them to support you. Okay. Where was that? That was right there. Okay. Okay. I've now got a mess in front of me again, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. We're pulling from our last and final deck. Let me take a look at the comments over here. What do we have? Going back down. Oh, thank you, Helene. She's thank you, saying I rock. Okay, very cool. And I'm glad to hear that you're receiving the card in the cards in every way. Beautiful. Okay, final card of today's conversation. I guess we can chalk it up to we didn't meet last week, and so we're kind of doing double time today. It's all good. Postcards from Spirit. Love this deck. These ones, I love all my decks, but I just love how this deck closes out the show. If you enjoyed today's conversation, it would be awesome if you could give it a thumbs up wherever you're viewing, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast on any podcast platform, if you could give that a like, leave it a comment if you haven't yet, that would be awesome too. And if you know someone that would benefit from this, then of course you can always share. And that is also very helpful to me and the show as well. So let's see what postcard from Spirit wants to come through. Nope, that doesn't feel right yet. We already knocked on it. Just going to do it again there. Okay, let's see here. What message wants to come through? Oh, look at that. Hello. Okay, thank you. Thank you for showing me. Landed right there on my chest. Let's see here. It says, celebrate life. Oh, I love this. I don't know that I've ever gotten this one. Okay, and so it says celebrate life. And look at that. Look at that angel. That's an adult angel. I'm going to say an adult angel, midlife or so. I love it. Love it. I love it. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know that I've seen this card before. Okay. It says, Dear you, there are times in life when, wait, hold on. Where's the card? Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Oh, okay. Hold on. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. I freaking love this card. Okay, I'm going to read the beginning again because I think that deserves being repeated. So if you have the opportunity to just close your eyes right now and take this in, take a slow, deep breath. Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Okay, so anyway, if there's someone that joined me just now, that was just the first part of the card. You'll want to rewind to hear the rest, but you are supported. It's okay. Remember, everything's an illusion too, right? So even when we think about taking a risk and, oh no, what will happen when I take that risk? I had this massively. When I chose to leave my supposedly stable traditional job, I had this massively fear of taking that leap until there was just no other option. I had to. And look, I'm still here. I'm still alive. So anybody who's feeling that, especially, what did we have? We had the entrepreneur card come out. Yeah, right? So anybody who's feeling that, or maybe you're just simply choosing to leave one job and go to another. Or specifically, going back to our topic, you're in the process of raising your standards. You're in the process of taking a stand for you. And now finally, maybe for the first time, really owning that your reasons for doing that matter. Those are worth something. But here's the thing, nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And it all starts with you. I'm sorry for the camera shaking. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It all starts with you. So that's right. We had action. Taking those steps. Take action. The journey to find your lost self begins with one step. And we're never really lost. So, okay, well, I loved this, being here with you today for as long as we were here. I hope you did too. Let me know what you're taking away from this conversation. If you're looking for someone to speak to about whatever it may be, maybe you're in the space of aligning more with yourself and standing more in your power so you can feel that deep sense of inner confidence. This beautiful combination of, I like to refer to, it's a combination of peacefulness combined with excitement. It's this beautiful, beautiful energy. If you're looking to be more in that space, be in your own flow, contact me. That's my specialty. That's my specialty. That's my specialty. And I'd love to assist you on that journey. So definitely you can go to KimO'NeillCoaching.com, book a free coffee chat, coaching consultation call. And there are many, many ways that I can support you in taking a stand for yourself, taking new action that may just feel too daunting, too scary. Do you have 1 foot over here and 1 foot over there? And 1 foot in 2 different worlds, and you're having a really hard time taking that second foot off and putting it over here. It is really, really hard. It takes a lot of courage when you're doing it by yourself. So everything's possible. You absolutely can do it by yourself. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. And it doesn't have to be that hard. So if you'd like some assistance, I'd love to support you on that. Definitely reach out to me, because then it actually gets to be fun. Then it actually gets to be fun and exciting and like these big aha moments. And oh my goodness, I almost posted about this the other day. So a client, talking about something that was once so hard, and then of course having that revelation. It always happens. It always happens. The revelation of, oh, that was so much easier. Oh, that was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. And it's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong about how you feel about anything, about your journey and how your journey is unfolding. I'm simply in the space of reminding you, it doesn't have to be as hard. It doesn't have to be as hard. So anyway, don't typically go into all that at the end of these conversations, but as always, I am here to support you on your journey forward and standing in your power, taking a stand for you, aligning with who you truly are, getting clear on who that is, discovering or rediscovering your values so you can have that deep sense of self-confidence, self-love. Ooh, what does that mean for you? How do you love yourself? What does it mean to fill your cup up? Do you know that you are the cup? How do you feel when I simply say that? You are the cup. Okay, I could go on, and we've got to close out here. So I thank you all for being here today. You guys are wonderful, and I hope you know that. Hope you've been able to tune into that, been able to feel that as you've immersed yourself in this space of I'm going to say the fact that you've been here today. There's something about raising your standards that has resonated with you. And so take a moment to take another deep breath into that. Wherever you are in that process, maybe you've already identified what standards you're raising, what you are shifting, or maybe you're simply at the very first step of going, oh my goodness, it's time for me to raise my standards. Take a deep breath into that. Breathe that in. Inhale that in. That yes that you were saying yes to right now. Take that in. Allow that to replace whatever energies you were working on dissipating. We spoke about that earlier. Whatever you're shifting, whatever you're not willing to allow yourself to be the cup for anymore, right? You get to choose what you fill that cup with. Are you going to allow everyone else, whatever it is that you want to release? Are you going to continue to allow that to fill up your cup? Or say, whoa, no, this cup has a standard. This cup only lets in, what do you like to drink? This cup only lets in purified water from my highest self. This cup only lets in whatever it may be. We've gone so long today. Okay, so you guys are awesome. Helene is saying, everyone enjoy your day. Absolutely. And Joanne, good to have you here. Have an amazing day, everybody. Take some time to get clear on what standards you are raising. And remember that you are powerful. You are powerful. You, your thoughts, your body. Oh my gosh. I had a really awesome, okay, I will share this really quick. I had a really fun experience in the early part of this past Saturday. And I was on a high from just an awesome client coaching session. And I was just having so much fun with it, just being in such a good space. And I'm trying to think the sequence of events that happened here. I was in a really good space, and yeah, I think I also had my Healy running. So if you don't know what a Healy is, I'm not going to give a big long explanation, but I had my Healy running, and then I started talking to my body. So I was in my car by myself. Okay, this is something you can do too. I was talking to my body and just saying thank you and sharing gratitude and appreciation for my body. And again, being in this really high vibe space. Moments later, a car drove by and the license plate said Kim, Kimm. And then literally right as I saw that and I was going, oh, the song on the radio, I forget the exact words, but the words were something like, something like talking to myself or oh no, it was the voice inside my head or the voice inside my body. It was something like that. And I was like, oh my goodness. And in that moment, that was my confirmation of how my body was responding back to me. So I share that with you because your body itself is consciousness. Your body communicates with you. Your body tells you what it's willing to
accept, experience, or not. And it's your job to tune into that and respond to that. Connect to that. How can you love your body more? Your body is here in service to you on your journey as you're here on your life journey. So I don't remember exactly. I don't know. Anyway, so I share that with you in case that's useful to you in some way. Anyway, excuse me. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to let y'all go now, and let me know what you're taking away from today's conversation. If you haven't yet already given this conversation a thumbs up, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, and on Facebook, it's the Every Day is a New Day show and coaching page that is most helpful. If you give it a like, that would be awesome. Or share it out with someone, and join me again next week. We do these on Mondays in the 9 a.m. Pacific time hour. Not necessarily right at 9 a.m., but in the 9 a.m. Pacific time hour. And then again, on Thursdays, we have awesome guest interviews. I love it. I love it. And yeah, and you know what, as I'm making some shifts, there may be some new shifts coming up, but we've still got these going at least for another month. And I'll keep everyone posted on any shifts that happen after that. So have an amazing day, everybody. Sending you so much just, warmth and positivity, and knowing that you are powerful, 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 powerful. And if you're ready to join the Let Your Light Shine movement, which I hope you are, but only when you are, then I encourage you to join. And you can join by going to KimO'NeillCoaching.com or bit.ly /Let Your Light Shine movement, and take a stand for you. Have an amazing day, everybody.